Willkommen in der Esterer Gießerei. Als Gusseisen- und Stahlgießerei sind wir Systemlieferant unserer Kunden für den allgemeinen Anlagen- und Maschinenbau. In unseren beiden Produktionsstandorten in Altötting und Wurzen beschäftigen wir über 130 Mitarbeiter und produzieren rund 3.500 Tonnen Guss im Jahr, den wir zum Teil auch weiter bearbeiten.
Mit dem folgenden Film laden wir Sie zu einem Rundgang durch unsere Gießerei in Altötting ein. Dabei können Sie einen Einblick in die Abläufe einer modernen Gießerei gewinnen.
Wir danken Ihnen für Ihr Interesse und wünschen Glück auf!
In our order processing department, clients' inquiries, orders, and requirements are received by our employees and forwarded accordingly. During the order clarification, the implementation of the customer's specific requirements on the cast parts are defined with the related responsible staff. The resulting work packages are then distributed to the relevant working sections in form of production cards. Through our specialists' experience and knowledge, we plan in the most efficient manner for deadlines and casting technology. This planning process is also supported by the simulation of the production steps. During model making, the cast patterns are finalized, maintained, and if required, modified. Hollow spaces in cast parts are realized by so-called cores, which are later inserted in mold forms. The cores consist of bonded sand. The manufacturing is generated by either manual or mechanic operation. For a better cast surface, the cores are being dip painted in a coating and then dried. In the molding shop, the casting molds are manufactured by either semi-automatic or manual operation. These molds consist of a bottom and top part. A self-setting furan sand is filled into a molding box on which the bottom one model half is being adjusted and then taken off. By doing this, two separate negative imprint halves of the later cast part are formed. These also contain the necessary filter and feeding system for the cast part. Both molding parts are being coated, the cores inserted, and then assembled. In addition to the melt, the applied raw materials are also tested for chemical composition. quality of the produced cast material also depends on a consistent purity of the applied raw materials. Out of more than 160 cast iron and cast steel materials, the required alloys are blended and melted in induction furnaces. As soon as the required alloy composition and temperature are set and tested, the induction furnace is tapped. This means the liquid iron is being filled into a ladle. Afterwards, the foundry man fills the melt into mold forms, which are then covered with balance weights. In order to prevent mistakes caused by a too hot or too cold melt, monitoring of the casting temperature is mandatory. During the emptying, the solidified cast iron is separated from the mold and core sand. Then the sand is regenerated and the cast parts are subsequently transported and can cool during the procedure. In the fettling shop, the cast parts are then blasted in order to remove the remaining mold sand, and then cut off the gate and feeder system. The separated recycled material is sorted according to the material and later used again. The cast parts are finished by removing the remaining burrs, which occur during the cutting process or mold partition during the casting. Certain material properties, for example hardness, elasticity, or mechanical machinability, can be continuously adjusted by a succeeding heat treatment in the tempering furnace. Depending on demand, various cast part characteristics are controlled and ensured. mechanical processing department, the cast parts are being or ready machined and can therefore be delivered ready for installation to our customers. In line with the Foundry, continuously monitoring the machining results guarantees a consistent quality. Depending on the customer's requests, the cast parts are kept in stock, treated, for example, being prime grounded, blasted, or otherwise surface coated, and then they are delivered to customers. As a system supplier, our goal here at the Esterer Foundry is to continuously meet the growing customer needs. For us, dependability of meeting schedules, a long-term partnership, and a consistent high quality are always our main goals.